Hello everybody. Today we continue second lecture about wastewater treatment. Objectives of today's lecture will be effluent standards in wastewater, understand the terminologies used in wastewater treatment, and understand primary, secondary, and tertiary treatment systems. The Water Pollution Control Act 1972 mandated that Environmental Protection Agency have to establish standards for wastewater discharges. The purpose of secondary treatment is to reduce the suspended solids, biodegradable material, and pathogens to an acceptable level. Industrial discharges is required to treat wastewater to level obtainable by best available technology for a wastewater treatment in a particular industry. So the standards are varying for different industries. Now I would like to explain the terminology in wastewater used. Usually operation and process is a bit mixed up. When we call it unit operation, that means it involves the contaminants removal by physical forces. So unit processes involve the biological or chemical reactions. Reactor is a vessel in which unit operation or unit processes takes place. And when we call it wastewater treatment system, it is composed of a combination of unit operation or unit processes which are designed to reduce certain constituents of wastewater to acceptable level. So here I would like to explain which unit operation and unit processes can be used to remove a variety of contaminants. Suspended solids can be removed by sedimentation, screening, filtration, flotation, coagulation, and land treatment systems. Biodegradable organics can be removed by activated sludge system, trickling filters, rotating biological conductors, lagoon and oxidation pond, sand filtration, and land treatment system, physical chemical systems. So please look at the video, the link has been provided here. Pathogens can be removed by the disinfection processes. They are including chlorination, ozonation, hypochlorination, and land treatment systems. Nutrients, particularly nitrogen, can be removed by the suspended growth nitrification and denitrification process, fixed film nitrification and denitrification, ammonia stripping, ion exchange, breakpoint chlorination, and land treatment systems. Nutrients, as a phosphorus, can be removed by lime coagulation or sedimentation, biological chemical phosphorus removal, or land treatment systems. Heavy metals can be removed by chemical precipitations, ion exchange, and land treatment systems too. Dissolved inorganic solids, reverse osmosis, ion exchange, and electrodialysis can be used to remove the dissolved inorganic solids. As it has been provided before about the levels of wastewater treatment plant, there are three main levels as a primary treatment, secondary treatment, and tertiary treatment. There are some other levels as well, but we will be going through the mostly on these treatment systems today. There is one link here, again, which is providing a video for you. Please look at this video. Primary or mechanical treatment is usually remove the solid materials from the incoming wastewater. Typical primary treatment system removes 1/2 of the suspended solids in incoming wastewater. Usually, primary treatment reduces around 20 to 30% of BOD of incoming wastewater. Many advanced wastewater treatment plants in industrialized countries have started with primary treatment initially, but later they added other treatment stages because wastewater alone has grown. the need for treatment has increased, and resources become available. You can see some of the stages here as a part of primary treatment: screens, grid channels, then primary clarifier. Grinding devices and screening are used to reduce the size of large debris, and they remove the solid objects. And you can see on the left-hand side, a screen has been used to remove the solids. And the second one is showing a commutator. Primary treatment also uses removing inorganic solids in grid channels. Primary treatment is also utilized removing inorganic solids in the sedimentation tank, primary sedimentation tank. Secondary treatment is the second phase and removes the dissolved organic matter which is escaping from primary treatment. Secondary treatments are usually can be called biological treatment phase, because this is usually achieved by microbes consuming the organic matter as food and converting it to carbon dioxide, water, and energy for their own growth and reproduction. About 85% of suspended solids and biological oxygen demand can be removed by a well-running plant with a secondary treatment. Secondary treatment technologies can include the basic activated sludge process, various types of ponds and constructed wetland, trickling filters, and other forms of treatment which use biological activity to break down the organic matter. Today's lecture, I would like to focus on the activated sludge systems and trickling filter system, because they are one of the most commonly biological treatment system all around the world. Activated sludge system. The contents of the aeration tanks should be mixed vigorously by aeration devices, which is also supplying the oxygen to the biological suspension. Aeration devices commonly used include submerged diffusers that release compressed air, but there might be also mechanical surface aerators that introduce the air by agitating the liquid surface. So there are two types of aeration can be used in the activated sludge system, in the form of air diffusers or mechanical surface aerators. In activated sludge system, hydraulic retention time in the aeration tank usually range between 3 to 8 hours, but it can be higher with high BOD5 value wastewater. Following the aeration step, the microorganisms are separated from the liquid by sedimentation, and the clarified liquid goes to as a secondary effluent for further stages. Here you can see what is activated sludge system look like. The wastewater, after having primary treatment, comes to aerator first. Then after aeration, it goes to secondary clarifier. And settled sludge from secondary clarifier go to sludge treatment, but part of it return to the aerator. Then effluent goes further treatment if there is a need for further treatment. So you can see here also another representation, and remember some of the activated sludge, settled sludge, are going back to aeration tank, feeding the biological content of the aeration tank. And the photo is showing a kind of aerated tank, and you can see the bubbles, which is indication of the aeration which is going on in the aeration tank. And these are some of the photos showing the profile of clarifiers or sedimentation tank. These are two terminology that is used in the wastewater treatment plants, clarifier or sedimentation tank. Trickling filter system. In this trickling filter system, attached microorganisms are used. Microorganisms attach to the media and form a biological layer. Organic matter in the wastewater diffuses in the film, and they are metabolized in that film. Oxygen is normally supplied to the film by the natural flow of air, either up or down through the media, depending on the relative temperatures of the wastewater and ambient air. Thickness of biofilm will increase by time as the new microorganisms grow. The system is similar to activated sludge system. There is trickling filter, and following the trickling filter, there is secondary clarifier. And effluent goes for further treatment. Here, I would like to show a schematic representation of trickling filter. Trickling filter, a kind of filter media, and wastewater is fed to the filter from the top. And you can see how the sprinkles are distributing the wastewater homogeneously on the filter media. And the top corner on the right hand is showing the biofilm, which is attaching to the filter media. If there is not enough oxygen, the biofilm might be having two different layers. At the surface to the media, anaerobic, and outside layer, aerobic. So this is a kind of representation how biofilm have structure. Another treatment system is important is the sludge treatment system. Secondary sludge are usually combined with the primary sludge for further treatment, and usually anaerobic biological processes used in the sludge treatment. The results are gaseous end products such as methane and carbon dioxide, and liquid and some inert solids. Solid residue has a high mineral content and may be used as a soil conditioner and fertilizer on agricultural lands. So biosludge, usually after processing, if it is complying with the standards, it can be used as a fertilizer. Other options for sludge is the incineration or landfilling. You can see here how the sludge treatment works. As we mentioned, sludge will be collected from primary and secondary clarifiers. It goes to sludge thickener first. After sludge thickening, first stage digester and second stage digester. And the digested sludge can go for disposal. And as a byproduct of the digesters, there will be methane, carbon dioxide, and ammonia gas produced. And any excess water after sludge thickener goes to primary clarifier. Most cases, secondary treatment of domestic wastewater is sufficient. However, sometimes further removal of suspended solids and removal of nutrients might be necessary. Filtration can be used to remove solids. Physical and chemical biological processes can be used to remove phosphorus and remaining nitrogen compounds in the tertiary treatment stage. Tertiary treatment can remove more than 99% of all the impurities from sewage or domestic wastewater, which can produce an effluent almost drinking water quality. So with the high technology, it is possible removing almost 99% of the impurities. The related technology can be very expensive, and it requires a high level of technical know-how staff, well-trained treatment plant operators. Knowledge should be up to date, a steady energy supply, and chemical-specific equipment which are not readily available. So, which is costly operation, but the effluent quality might be really very high. As a conclusion, design of wastewater treatment system is an important part of the environmental engineering work. A true understanding of unit operation and processes is necessary before a reactor can be designed. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. See you next lecture. Stay safe and sound.